Plus, welcome back, Club 33, Emox's High Blue. Thanks for visiting, Blue JA 113. Plus, welcome back, Blue JA 113.
Hello. Hopefully it's working. I think we are live now. What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back. And today I am very excited because this was supposed to happen a couple of weeks ago, but it didn't end up working out. But we are doing a live stream. And today I'm excited because I picked a topic.
Game menu. Use mouse cursor or tab button to select element.
And just talking about things we miss at Walt Disney World. So we're going to go through each of the 4 parks. We're going to ride a bunch of rides and we're going to just talk. So if you guys have any input,
Plus, this area, Club 33, Blue JA 113, Hi Emma and Cosmic.
Minecraft gamer. And you were the inspiration for today's live stream, so thank you. I appreciate your support. Channel's doing really well. Can I get a shout out? Absolutely. There you go. I did it before you even asked for it.
Thanks for visiting, P-Tune 2099.
So today, we are going to be
Club 33, Blue JA 113. Could I get some guest? Kyle 1118 Caro Susel clear.
So stay tuned for that. Probably around like 1, 2 o'clock we'll be doing that second live stream. But I'm hoping to spend, my goal is to try to be
guest,
to like
Kyle 1118. Someone will have to update the spreadsheet for me, I don't have access.
Talking to you guys.
Club 33, Blue JA 113 Thai Good Be World. AP Good Be World, I got ya Kyle.
There's a lot I have on my notes that we need to talk about. So things we miss. So for starters, we could go right into Fantasyland because
guest, Kyle 1118, thank you.
I mean, going back to when they redid Fantasyland, a lot
guest,
of things changed.
Kyle 1118 checking Dirt
The
Doom.
first thing I have on my list here today is the Legends of the Lion King show that used to be in the theater where Mickey's PhilharMagic is. And a lot of people, including myself, never actually got to see the Legend of the Lion King show. Basically, it was a puppet show that used to be in this theater. And it was obviously the retelling pretty much, you know, verbatim of the Lion King. And it just, the way the puppets were and the scenery was really impressive. And I don't know if Jim Henson's staff had any input on that. It hasn't really been talked about much, like well documented. But I'm kind of curious because that was around the time that Jim Henson's creatives were with Disney, but they weren't technically bought by Disney at that time. So it's kind of interesting. I'd love to know more of the story behind that, if he had any sort of input on that attraction. And I figured while I was out, we're already talking about the Lion King show, I figured it was worth mentioning the Mickey Mouse Revue, which was the opening day attraction in this location. And
AP Cosmic Wheelie.
Think of an attraction like the Hall of Presidents, except it really wasn't. It was more so a bunch of the Disney characters, and they would pop up throughout the show, and it was almost like an orchestra. But that was a really interesting attraction. Again, another attraction I really do wish I could have saw. Can you say hi, legendary Minecraft gamer? There you go. So thank you for joining the stream. But so both of those attractions in this location before Mickey's.
Thanks for visiting Owen 10,027.
PhilharMagic is a nice attraction. It's more so, when you consider what it
Thanks for
replaced,
visiting Emoxis.
I just don't like the idea of the screen 4D thing. I understand its purpose, and it does serve a great purpose. It's a lot cheaper to produce on a daily basis, a lot easier maintenance, but there is a difference in those types of attractions, and in my opinion, I see them as downgrades um, compared to what was there prior. Now, while we're in this area, we might as well just stay in this
Guest,
whole little
Kyle
area in Fantasyland,
1118
because there's a
DR
lot
Doom is
that's
clear.
happened over the years. So the next one is the removal of Snow White's Scary Adventure. This used to be an attraction that was a dark ride, a very classic Fantasyland dark ride that used to be in this space. Now, obviously, it was a pretty small dark ride. It was a pretty small attraction, but once they added Seven Dwarfs Mine
Guest,
Train,
Kyle
they didn't
1118 checking
necessarily
FOV.
need this second Snow White attraction. And so they ended up closing it during that whole renovation of Fantasyland and ended up putting it in here, so they had a full-time Disney princess meet and greet. And I've learned more recently about what the original plans were for the new Fantasyland. It was going to be a bunch of meet and greets. There wasn't really a lot of attractions.
Plus,
It was
welcome
more
back,
going to be like a
Skillet
plus-up
89.
version of what we have with the Enchanted Tales with Belle, but for multiple princesses. That was the original concept in the new Fantasyland, and obviously things changed around after that first D23 Expo, and Disney ended
This
up
area
going the
features
direction
authentic
that
park
we have
audio
today
to
with
enhance
Seven
your
Dwarfs Mine
experience.
Train.
Connect by typing audio.
I believe Little Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid, that was always supposed to be in it, and Storybook Circus was not in the original plans. So that ended up going into the plans as well. But Snow White's Scary Adventure was, again, another opening day attraction at the Magic Kingdom, but it was notoriously a scary attraction. And I mean,
AP Jamasock 120. Thanks for visiting. Jamasock 123.
The Evil Queen being kind of scary in the attraction, and for an attraction in Fantasyland.
Thanks for visiting. Mem
For a
Emperor.
lot younger of an audience, most of them were not going on this attraction, and it gets said in the name, Snow White's Scary Adventure. It was not seen
Thanks
as an
for
attraction
visiting
that
Ruler
was a fan favorite.
1357.
When they had the chance with the new Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, it just made it that much easier for Disney to replace it and just kind of just say, you know what, we don't really need this
Guest,
attraction.
Kyle
And
1118
for
FOF
these
is clear.
I'm kind of upset that they took this real estate and made a meet and greet from a dark ride, but if it only took up this plot of space to
Guest,
do that,
Kyle
and didn't involve the
1118
entire
checking
back front of
Hagrid.
the park, I guess that's a compromise that I'm willing to make. And so with that Fantasyland theming, we're going to go to this area, because this area originally was two different things. So when the park opened, this area, kind of going all the way to Ariel's Grotto, was the Seven Seas, Under the Sea, well, not Under the Sea, it was Submarine Voyage. And this area was actually part of Tomorrowland, if you can believe that. And it was a giant water area, and it was home to the Submarine Voyage attraction. And it was a good attraction, but it had a lot of maintenance issues. The boats started, flooding, and the maintenance of the upkeep of the actual submarines, and the maintenance going down to the bottom and cleaning off the animatronics and stuff that were in the attraction. It ended up getting to the point where Disney was not loving the experience too much. And so, it actually got to the point where cast members didn't want to work the attraction either. And there were rumors that they were purposely flooding some of the boats, or giving, top executives poorly maintained boats on purpose, so that way they would close the attraction. That's the point it ended up getting to in the 90s. And so what they ended up doing, which is really the main thing I wanted to talk about, because I wasn't around for Submarine Voyage, but I figured it had to be
Guest,
mentioned on this
Kyle
list.
1118 hello
Really
there
what's
chipping.
interesting is, so there was always a plan to make that an expansion pad. We have to remember, this was a full-on ocean, like it was a giant body of water. So they filled it all in. They kept some of the water from the attraction, and you could probably find it on eBay for $300 a bottle, but someone's selling you fake water from the submarine voyage attraction, but I digress. That's for another day. But in the time that they wanted to allow for the attraction sediment to kind of like settle in before they could actually rebuild on that land, they built a play area. And considering where it was located here in the Magic Kingdom, it was right across from the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. And you know, at that, you have to remember at this time they had recently, within the past 5 or 10 years, put in the Winnie the Pooh attraction after closing Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which could also probably be on this list for some of you out there. But anyway, going back to here, there used to be the opening to the Pooh's Playful Spot. Now, as a child in the Magic Kingdom who was hypersensitive, I never did any rides, I never went on the roller coasters, I never did anything that was slightly scary, to the point where I didn't even go on Fantasmic my first time going to Walt Disney World. And this was my spot, Pooh's Playful Spot. I spent a ton of time in that little area, you know, playing on the honey pots and, you know, pretending that I was carrying the honey pots to different areas of the area. Like, I was one of those kids. And that's why whenever people say, like, oh, we don't need the kiddie areas and things like that, like, yeah, maybe to you or, you know, to me today, like, I love all the thrills and the attractions, but, you know, as
Guest,
a kid, that
Kyle
area
1118 Loomis Solum.
And so that's why, like, as much as you can do that stuff at home, of course.
This area features authentic park audio to enhance your experience. Connect by typing
I
audio.
was not doing any of the rides, and you know, maybe I would go on the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh like 3 or 4 times a day. This area meant so much to me, and that's why the nostalgia overdrive for me in this area is super, super heightened. And it's not the same because, you know, they redid the queue and all the interactive elements on Winnie the Pooh now, which are fantastic. But it doesn't necessarily feel the same way it did when, you know, I was younger riding on this attraction. So I think that's a pretty good way to segue to another area in Frontierland, because this is kind of an interesting debate, because it's another fairly recently closed attraction. And I think what makes
Guest,
Tom Sawyer
Kyle
Island
1118 Hagrid's is clear.
that entire area, it's very much similar to the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh and the Pooh's Playful Spot, in the sense that it's something that you explore. It's not necessarily a full-on attraction or, you know, some grandiose, you know, thrill ride. It's a very simple...
Guest, Kyle 1118 checking off.
You walk around, you explore, and you know what? It's a shame because I never, going to Disney multiple times, never really went to that area. I went on the Liberty Bell once and never went on Tom Sawyer Island. And I think that's the problem. I think that's why it closed, because I mean, listen, I would go to Disney for 7 days on my trips and spend 2 days in the Magic Kingdom, and we still never went on Tom Sawyer Island.
Welcome back, Jamasock 123.
Kind of felt like the other area. It wasn't like the most important to us. And unfortunately, that's kind of where it led to, you know, it was out of the way. You had to take the boat to get over there, and we never ended up doing it. We never went to Tom Sawyer Island. And it's one of those things that I'm always going to have to live with. Like, I never will get to go to Tom Sawyer Island. But I know to a lot of people that area means a lot to them. The exploration, the area to escape the Magic Kingdom. I mean, it was a very different part of the Magic Kingdom because there really wasn't much going on there. There really wasn't too many characters by the time it closed. And there really wasn't many characters over there. There was no, you know, they closed Aunt Polly's, which was a restaurant right here that used to, it was kind of like
Guest,
a bar.
Kyle 1118 James.
But once that closed, I kind of had a
AP
feeling like
Jamasock 123 Hey. Plus, welcome back, Isaac San.
eventually they finally met their demise. So that is going to be this
AP
area.
Jamasock 123 I got a new skin on.
Kingdom I would be remiss if I did not mention
Guest. Kyle
the attraction that used to be in the
1118
back
Niceness
corner
E.
here, Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain was a phenomenal attraction. Between the lyrics of Zippity Doo Dah and the soundtrack, a iconic soundtrack for the Disney parks. You know, you don't even have to know Disney, but you know what that soundtrack is and what that means. But obviously, this attraction closed, and there are tons of reasons why the attraction closed. I mean, we could have plenty of conversations about that, maybe in another video. But I think Splash
Guest.
Mountain
Kyle
was a
1118 off is clear.
very good attraction considering the topics that they handled
Guest.
with
Kyle
the actual
1118
intellectual
checking
property.
PF.
They did a very good job at hiding the movie, despite the whole situation. I think a lot of people, it got to the point where, like, even me growing up, I didn't even know there was the Song of the South movie. It was more so just, oh, that's Brer Rabbit and Brer Fox. I think the attraction almost removed itself so far away from the movie that you never had to know there even was a movie to enjoy this area. But I'd love to know what you guys think, because I think it's kind of an interesting concept in terms of kind of where things went with this area. But that is going to be Splash Mountain. So now we're going to head to Epcot, because Epcot has plenty
9
of
The
their
Diamond
own
Lion. 9
attractions
servers.
that I
Use 9
definitely
parks in W. 9 attractions in
and I
Epcot.
think we're
Use
just going to
mouse
start
cursor
off
or tab button to select
over
element.
to
This
Spaceship
area
Earth.
features authentic park audio to enhance your experience. Connect by
Alright,
typing
so,
audio.
I mean, you
Traveling
could
to
start at
SSE in
Spaceship
Walt
Earth
Disney
and kind of
World
go with some of
Resort.
the old narrators. I mean, they used to have Judi Dench and
AP
the
Jamasock
voice actor for
123
Star,
Stellar. I got my robes on now, just change
Jeremy
my skin.
Irons. And people debate all the time about the different narrators for Spaceship Earth. And now we can debate on which is the new best one, because they recently updated the track, right? So we have a new soundtrack and a different narrator
Guest.
for the
Kyle
attraction, which I love that they
1118 James. What
update
house
that
are you?
pretty often. They do a pretty good job at, you know, making sure that's fairly relevant, despite what they need to do on the inside. But for now, it'll work.
Plus. Welcome back. Slyway.
Change
Gap.
our
Club 33. Skinny
music
Pancake
playlist
25
real quick.
Sly. Gap. AP Jamasock 123 Sly. Thanks for visiting. Tim Arnold.
All right, so I guess other than that, let's maybe jump into another part
Plus.
here of
Welcome back. Contempocool.
Interventions,
Guest.
because I
Kyle
think
1118
Epcot,
checking store.
the heart
Guest.
and the
Kyle
soul of this park will
1118
always
Contem.
be the interventions area and the different pavilions. And now that that's no longer really there,
AP
it
Jamas.
definitely
Guest.
is
Skillet
different.
89 Disney
It is
Springs should be
definitely a
added.
different park, and I can't say that I like it better than what it was. I think it was better
Club 33.
before.
Skinny Pancake 25 it
The
is.
reason I say that is because it just feels like it's very devoid of that heart. Like, it seems like they ripped the heart
Plus.
out of this
DVC
park,
Contempocool Kyle.
and they didn't really replace it with anything like real tangible. Like, it just feels like it feels like Central Park. And
Guest.
kind of just a
Kyle
cleaned up version with a little
1118
Encanto,
Cool
like,
James. Your
stage
Hufflepuff.
over
Stellar
here
is
with that little show,
Slytherin.
which
And
is
I'm
cute,
Ravenclaw.
but it's not the same
Guest.
thing
Kyle
as
1118 how are
really
you?
what this is
DVC
kind of
Guest. Kyle
more of an OMG. I mean,
1118.
the original version for what this Epcot
DVC Contempocool. I'm
back in
Club
2018,
33.
2019
Slyway
was gonna
High.
be, I would have been on board with it. It looked phenomenal. But the final
Guest.
product
Kyle
was so far from that
1118 am
original
doing
concept
well.
that, you know, it kind of
DVC Contempocool great to hear. D.
What could have been
Club
for this
33.
future world
Slyway
had they
morning
actually done
afternoon.
it the way that they wanted
DVC
to do it.
Contempocool LOL.
You know, it's very character focused, which is nice in its own way. But it's, again, you know, the original concept for Epcot was to have it be a park that wasn't about the characters. And year after year, we're starting to see that really change. And I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, because, you know, I definitely have my thoughts on it.
Creations Shop.
Can't
Figment
necessarily
shoulder
say it's my
toy.
favorite
Use
thing.
mouse cursor or tab button to select element. Purchase Figment shoulder cha-ching. You purchased Figment shoulder toy for 900.0. Guest. Kyle 1118 Storm Forces clear.
Alright, so let's move on. Let's talk about World of Motion
Guest.
real quick.
Kyle
Not really gonna delve too far
1118
into it, but
checking
this
Spider-Man.
test track used to be
Club
another track
33.
called World
Slyway
of
Group
Motion.
Ride Warp SSS.
Obviously, there's a lot of ties to World of Motion, but
DVC
the
Contempocool.
actual
Why do I
attraction
only
isn't
see half the
that
swings
far
am I
from
meant to?
what the concept is now. Really didn't devoid itself too far from that.
DVC Contemp.
would like to
Club
get
33.
into
Slyway
other
ICO.
side.
9 The Diamond Line. 9 DVC.
Over.
9 Parks in W. 9 Attractions in Epcot. Use mouse cursor. Traveling to Awesome Planet in Walt Disney World.
Alright.
DVC Contempocool must just be me then LOL.
So we are in the Land Pavilion.
Club 33.
I love
Slyway try
this
to reload your
this area.
chunks.
The pavilion is incredible. It's got these hot air balloons with the little like flags going up to the middle. It used to be more impressive, but it is still a very, very nice kind of pavilion courtyard foyer. I really do like it. Now we're going over here because there used to be an attraction before Soaring Around the World here, and it actually used to be two different shows. It was Kitchen Cabaret and Food Rocks.
Club
And
33.
Kitchen
Slyway
Cabaret
Group
was the
Ride Warp
opening
SSS.
day attraction for Epcot, and it was slightly updated to have the Peach Boys and some other knockoff
Club 33. Slyway I need 5 people for a daily PLS.
And it was a really interesting attraction, to say the least. If you look up videos of it, you know, again, there's another one that I was too young to sit down and watch the show, but I think at that point it was already kind of on its like last legs, which is why
Club 33. Stellar K Hot. Club 33. Slyway Stellar.
driving people back there.
Club 33.
I was one of
Slyway
those
where
people that
this
never
area
got to
features
experience
authentic
it
park
because
audio to enhance
was
your
already
experience.
kind of
Guest.
on its last
Skillet
legs.
89. Club
Maybe
33.
close-up shot.
Stellar K at the DLM.
So that's gonna do it.
Club
for
33. Slyway Ooh that's new right.
We are gonna head over to
Club 33.
this area.
Skinny Pancake 25 the Disney Channel
And
wand.
let me know your guys' favorites. In the
Thanks for
comment section
visiting.
down
8
below.
Club
What things in
33.
Disney World
Guest.
that you
Kyle
miss?
1118 it's
And I
called
think
Disney
there's
Channel 1.
20
Club
with
33.
all 4 of the
Slyway
parks.
Group
I mean,
Ride Warp
you know, in the
SSS.
Hollywood Studios, which we're gonna get to next. I mean, that is gonna be a
Guest.
pretty
Kyle
good
1.
portion
Club
of today's video,
33.
'cause I
Stellar K
miss
come to
the
SSS.
Hollywood
Club
Studios.
33. Slyway need
Before we
3
do
person
that, we're gonna
please.
take a quick look at
DVC Contempocool Ravenclaws Wyatt LOL.
Obviously, this used to be a different attraction. And
Club
this area
33.
was
Stellar
just full
K2
to
more
see
for
back in the
SSS.
day. And
Guest.
it was
Kyle
an attraction pretty
1104.
much
Section C
similar
cast
to what
member
this
Section
attraction
4.
is.
Piggy Section 7
Except there was
Section
more
El
focus.
Nemo and
There
his
was
friends
no
are
Nemo
waiting for you.
character
Go catch up.
recognition. It was
Club 33.
just the
Slyway
scenes
one
and
more.
talking about, you know, the water life, and you know, you could actually watch Mickey dress up in a deep sea diving costume, which was pretty cool. It definitely changed over the years though, and this one definitely changed over the years. Journey into Imagination with Figment, and the Imagination Pavilion in general. The opening day attraction that was in this area, you know,
Guest.
this is the
Kyle 1.
third
Club
version of
33.
the
Stellar
predecessor
K1 more rider to rule them all.
That original attraction is
Plus.
probably the
Welcome back.
biggest
Mem 4. Sections. Club 33. DVC Contempocool High Meme. Club. Hey. Sorry. Hey. AP Jamas. Hey. Sorry. But you can't use that here. Club 33. Blue JA 100. DVC. Club 33. Slyway Group Ride Warp SSS.
Everybody's love for Figment started from that original
Guest.
attraction.
Kyle 1118 Bluge. How are you? DVC. Imagineer. Meme Sly. Contem. Club 33. Club 33. Stellar K Blue. Club 33. Slyway High Bluja.
Than the one we have today. and it didn't even have Figment in it.
Club 33,
Just
Blue Jay, Club
wild to
33,
think
Blue
about.
Jay A113 High Sly.
Eventually, in the
Club
newer
33,
version, which
Slyway,
is
are we
version
all
have
here?
today, Imagination 3.0. This version.
Guest,
It's
Kyle
pretty despised,
1118
but at least it
IJS
brought back Figment
Guest, Kyle
and the
1118 What a cool detail.
narration from Nigel Channing is pretty good. I think
Club
he did a very
33,
good job
Slyway alright
of,
I'm gonna sending.
you know,
Dr. Channing,
creating
welcome.
that,
Dr. Channing,
that
Club
whimsy,
33,
and
Stellar
he's a
K.
very good
Dr.
character to
Channing,
kind of go
I'm Dr.
alongside
Nigel
Figment.
Channing, Chairman of the Imagination
This is
Institute.
another
Dr.
version that
Channing,
definitely
Club
shows
33,
its age.
Blue
This is
Jay
definitely not an
A113
attraction
K.
that is,
Dr. Channing,
you know,
Figment O,
super
Club. Dr.
technologically
Channing,
advanced or
Dr.
anything like
Channing,
that.
Dr.
But
Channing,
having
the
Figment
Figment,
in this
yeah,
attraction
I know
just
all
was a
about
breath of
Figment,
fresh air
there's
for a lot
sight,
of people
Figment
just to have him
sound,
back in the
Figment
parks,
smell,
full presence in this
Figment
pavilion.
touch, Figment and taste.
So
DVC,
that attraction
Figment tape,
closed, and
Figment,
obviously was a
Figment, Dr.
huge
Channing,
loss, and I
no,
think that's why this
Figment
attraction
out of
never
sight?
really
Figment
got
come on every
proper
Fig
shape,
DVC
because
Contempocool
once that
OO
attraction
Dr.
closed,
Channing
that was kind of
Figment,
it.
you
There
are
was,
not
like,
to interfere with the
no
tour.
coming back from that. And that's kind of where we ended up, where we are today with it.
DVC Mach 1 owner Ty,
Over the years,
I'm
there's been a lot of
excited.
talk about
Dr. Channing, our
maybe
first
adding
stop is the
inside
Sound
to this
Lab. Dr.
attraction.
Channing will begin by
There's been a
testing your
whole
hearing
lot
with a series of tone.
of
Plus,
ideas for
Dr.
what could go
Channing,
in here.
left ear,
And
DVC
even others were
Contempocool,
talked about at
Dr.
one
Channing,
point.
Dr. Channing,
Once the
left,
vision
guest,
closed, you
Kyle,
had the theater right
Dr.
next
Channing,
door,
what?
making that with the
Dr.
Vision
Channing,
3D,
Figment
and somehow
hello.
implementing
Dr.
the
Channing,
moments
Figment
alongside
it's Figment.
into
Dr.
this
Channing
attraction.
Figment? I
mean, it
thought I
could
told
work,
Figment but you've got it
but,
wrong.
you know, I don't
Figment
know.
it's not about
It's
listening.
definitely
Figment it's
something
about
that
plus. Welcome
gonna be
back.
a tough
Dot
one for Disney
ITZ dot.
to try
Dr.
and figure
Channing.
out how to
Club
implement
33. Slyway Dogs.
'cause I think
Figment
the
no
good
you
thing about
Figment it's
Figment
over
is
here.
he is his own
Guest. Figment all
intellectual
aboard.
property.
Figment woo.
And I think
Woo.
for Disney, the ability to have a
Figment
property
next
like
stop.
that, they don't
Imagination.
even, like,
Club
these are already
33.
built into the attraction.
Figment
It's
for
just figuring
DVC
out what
Contemp
attraction you
AP
want
Jamasock
for this
123 and
attraction,
Figment
what
8000
direction you wanna go
thoughts
in, right?
can start appearing.
Do you completely remove
Thank
the
Figment and each of us imagines
like,
different things.
where do you kind of go from here? I think a lot of people would just be happy to not have to see, you know, the creepy
AP.IT Dr. Channing continuing now, if I may, in a plus. Welcome back. Doc Bubs, Dr. Channing, guest, Kyle 1118 Doc. AP Club 33, Stellar K Doc. Club 33, Dr. Channing, now, all together. Club 33, Club 33, Club 33, Doc. Figment you can see thing. AP.ITZ, Figment sure. You can see Club 33, Stellar K do you need a GR Doc? Figment Club 33, Doc Bub 05 Go, Figment 1, Club 33, Stellar K OK. DVC Figment your mind sees more than what your eyes see. Figment your sense of sight can make your fancy fly. Figment there's more to sight that meets the Club 33, Stellar K how many Dr. Channing, I say imagination must be captured and controlled. Figment new ha. Imagination works best when it's set free. Guest, Kyle Figment just turn your imagination loose, and anything can happen. AP.ITZ dogs am not doc but I do have a 6 per Dr. Channing Figment Dr. Thanks for visiting. Dr. Channing. Club 33, Stellar K Gryffindor.
Inside Out.
Club Dr. Channing especially when Club 33 plus Figment come into play. I'd love Dr. Channing Figment. This is not a good time. Figment it's always a good time to use your imagination. Figment's Club 33, Stellar K one more for SSS.
You know, is this something that's
Thanks for visiting. Figment woohoo. Figment you win 1 cent. Dr. Channing Figment. Don't.
as Inside Out had a couple
Dr.
of really
Channing.
good hits.
Oh, yuck. That really stinks.
Kind of think
Figment
it's
of course
really,
doc.
maybe
The
that
nose
isn't a
knows.
good
Figment one awful whiff.
into
Can send you
attraction at this
reeling.
point. Not sure.
Figment one lovely
I'd
sniff.
love to know
Can
what
be
you guys think,
appealing.
because there's definitely a lot of
Figment your mind decides what enters through your nose.
Figuring out
Figment
everything
that's how you tell a skunk is not a
I
rose.
guess would be the bigger
Dr.
concern.
Channing, Dr. Channing,
Journey
I'm
into
sorry,
imagination,
but after
because
that big stink
I
in the
think it's
smell
at a
lab,
certain point
I
too,
hesitate to
where,
send you. Dr.
I
Channing,
don't think
perhaps
anybody
I should
would
end my
have
open
to
house
do what
right
they
here.
wanna do.
Figment great idea. We'll go to my
This is an
open.
attraction
Figment
that
it's much
means
more.
so much
Figment
to a
right
lot
this
of
way. Every. Dr. Channing
However they
Figment.
try to
Dr.
mess with it,
Channing,
I don't
you're turning
think
this
that
entire
anybody's
open.
gonna
Figment
truly
upside down.
happy with
Figment, now you're
what they've come
talking.
up with.
Figment, that's the best idea you've had all day.
You know, if I'm
9 The
just
Diamond
deciding
Lion,
to be a
9
pessimist,
servers,
but
9
I
parks
am
in
gonna
W,
be a
9
little bit of a
attractions in
realist
Epcot.
if I can be
Figment, I've made my
also.
house.
So,
An innovation. Figment, imagination
moving
really
to
clowns
head
around.
next. Turning into
Figment
imagination,
makes
kinda
downside
get
up
that.
and upside down.
This is a good place to go. I
Traveling
think.
to MS in Walt Disney
So
World
Mission
Resort.
Space, obviously not seen as an attraction that a lot of people
Thanks for
love.
visiting Scarcher.
It gets people motion sick. They added the Space 220 restaurant, which I am pretty excited for. Haven't been there yet. I am hoping on my next trip to try it out. 'Cause
Guest,
it does
Kyle
seem like a really interesting
1118 with
concept.
Thing 1 and Thing 2. Oh, if you ran the zoo, go dogs go. Oh, the places
But
you'll
this
go.
replaced Horizons, which was an opening day attraction at the park, and I don't think Mission Space is ever going to.
Club 33, Doc
You know,
Bob 05 meme.
nobody was going to give
AP.ITZ
attraction
Dogs
crap
Tie Guys.
because of what it replaced.
AP
Horizons was
Jamasock
very similar along the
123
lines of
NP.
kind of the next attraction alongside Carousel of Progress.
Thanks
And
for
it was
visiting.
the perfect
Skillet 89.
combination and vision for this future world area of
Guest,
Epcot
Kyle
when it opened.
1118, Club
And
33,
losing
Doc
that
Bob
attraction
05. Thanks for
really
visiting.
hurt. And I
DT
think
67.
Disney's
Club 33,
the
Stellar K
I mean,
Red.
this is basically as good as putting a carousel
Guest,
in a
Kyle
location of
1118
Horizons.
checking Seuss
I
train.
think people just the whole concept of this attraction, though it makes sense in a park.
Thanks for
I
visiting.
could see this being on the
Contempocool.
block in the next 10 years in Epcot, maybe 20, because I just don't think enough people
AP Jamasock
want to do this type
123
of
meme can
attraction,
fix the timer at
and I
Warp
think
Fiat
there
is
will be
stock.
something new coming in its place, hopefully. You know, they did just add Space 220, so that might make it last a little bit longer, but I don't see this as an area that, you know, it just doesn't seem like it's long for this world, in Disney World for that matter, over the next maybe 30 years. But I'd love to know what you guys think of that. And that's going to take us over to this area.
Guest, Kyle
where we wrap up
1118 we.
Epcot. The Wonders of Life Pavilion. There have been so many different concepts for what could go in there. The Play Pavilion. You know, they used to do the food concert things in this area, and it is not reopened. Cranium Command, the attraction, Body Wars, all used to be in this area. And you have to
AP
remember, the name
Jamasock
of the pavilion is the
123 meme
Wonders
can
of Life
fix the
Pavilion.
timer at Warp Fiat is
That's
stock.
kind of a tough topic to discuss because, I mean, there was even a video, The Making of Me. You know, you could probably take a pretty good guess at what was in that that little show they played, and basically showing children how babies are made, and not actually showing the, you know, the act, but you know what I mean. Like, there was some very interesting things in, and I can only imagine someone clicking on this live stream right now and catching us at this point, but nonetheless, you know, that this was something that was a real attraction in Disney World, and I just could never see Disney even attempting to go and making any kind of
Plus, welcome back. DT 67.
again. I mean, they delved into a lot of other topics. They
Guest,
had Goofy's,
Kyle
you know,
1118 fun
Goofy's
fact.
workouts
In the
and
IRL
things
Seuss
like
landing,
that.
there is not one single straight
It was
line. All
sponsored
the
by
trees are
Nike, which
curved
is
in weird and
obviously a
wacky
big
ways and the walls
part
look
of
like waves instead of
the
being
area
straight.
actually closing once that sponsorship fell through with the Wonders of Life. That was pretty much the death nail
Guest,
for
Kyle
this
1118
area,
even the
and
track
really
supports
the
aren't
attraction
straight.
in itself. And they used to have a really nice, like, Wonders of Life Pavilion sign that was like right in this
Guest,
area.
Kyle 1118 for
Really
Hitster.
fantastic sign. And this obviously used to be Ellen's Energy Adventure, which the front area is kind of similar to what that used to be, but the actual attraction gets very, very different. I mean, you know, went from a slow-moving, almost like Great Movie Ride vehicle, which that might be forthcoming in a minute. We might be talking about that again. But that similar
Guest,
vehicle,
Kyle
almost a trackless
1118 Seuss train
vehicle
is clear.
back in the 90s. Really, really, you know, slow-moving, educational, edutainment
Guest,
type attraction.
Kyle 1118
Edutainment
checking
type
hull.
attraction that, you know, in the 2020s kind of fell out of favor, and they ultimately closed it to put in Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, which
Club
I think a lot
33,
of people would
Stellar
argue
K
is
Rock
not only the
Diz.
best roller coaster in
Guest,
Walt Disney
Kyle
IP, but
1100,
as the
Club
best
30, Club
attraction
33,
in Disney
Club
World.
33, Skinny Pancake 25, 8,
And then to
Guest,
end
Kyle
off our day
1001,
here in
Club
Epcot,
33,
I would
Doc
be
Bob
remiss if I
05
did not
GG,
mention
Club
the
33, Slyway
Illuminations
GG,
Reflections of Earth show. That was
Club
a big
33,
loss
Doc
for
Bob
Disney.
050M, Club
They
33,
tried
Stellar
different,
K had to ride it a couple, Club
firework shows here
33,
at
Doc
Epcot,
Bob
and
05 Sly, Club
they tried
33, Skinny
Harmonious
Pancake
and a
25
couple of
what
other
Doc,
things.
Club,
It just
Club
never
33, Stellar
had
K
the
kept
staying
getting
power
called
that Illuminations did.
TTOSSS.
And it perfectly encapsulated everything that Epcot was. And
Club
this was
33,
another
Guest,
thing when
Kyle
they closed Horizons.
1118 why'd you ride it a couple of
They
times
took out
LOL.
Interventions. They took out the
Guest,
Wonders of
Kyle
Light. They
1118
changed a lot
oh.
of things, including
This area features
Illuminations.
authentic
And I
park
think
audio to
Illuminations'
enhance your
closure
experience.
as a
Club
show really was
33,
the
Skinny
death knell
Pancake 25 I'm Skinny from
of
McParks and you are
Epcot.
watching
For
Disney
better or
Channel.
for worse, that's up for the future to decide at this point of Epcot. But
Club 33, Club
I think
33,
that
Skinny
is
Pancake
the
2500
best
plus.
fireworks
Welcome
show that
back,
was ever at
NASA
Epcot,
Infinity.
and I just
Club
don't
30,
think,
Club
maybe
33, Doc Bob
Fantasmic or
050.
Hollywood Studios is the only real comparison, even close to what Illuminations Reflections of Earth was. And that giant globe in the middle, everything about it was quintessential Disney, and the spirit of it, and the music, and it was so well done. So that, I believe,
Club
is gonna be
33,
the end
Stellar
of
K what
Epcot.
is on the
So
DC
with that
schedule
said,
today?
let's head to my
9 The Diamond
former
Lion,
favorite
9
park,
servers, 9 parks in
Disney's
WD, 9
Hollywood
attractions
Studios.
in Disney's Hollywood
So we're gonna go
Studios.
right to
Use
the
mouse
front
cursor
of
or
the
tab
park.
button to
We
select
can
element.
head up that way,
Guest, Kyle 1000.
and
Thanks for visiting,
maybe
traveling
Walt
to
Disney presents us
WDP
with
in
this
Walt
one.
Disney World Resort.
I'm just gonna change the music real quick. So, Disney's Hollywood Studios, or Disney's MGM Studios, as some call it. I love those shirts that say I still call it MGM. But yeah, Disney's MGM Studios opened in
Plus,
1989.
welcome back,
There's
NASA
been a
Infinity.
slew of closures, and the problem with this park, some people may ask, the Diamond Line, why did Hollywood Studios change so much from its original vision? And I think the main reason is they
Thanks
didn't
for
really make
visiting,
studios
Doc Bob
here. The
05.
original concept for this area was they were going to actually build working studio shows and films here, and it didn't really go the way that I think they intended it to, and it ultimately led to an area that just fell short of what people maybe were hoping for or wanted, and it changed the entire identity of the park. I mean, the entire back section of the park was supposed to be a dedicated studio. And as time
AP
went
Cosmic
along and
Wheelie all
along
right
and
onto
along,
AFK rides
they
then.
took more
Gonna
and
start
more of
with
the
DL
studio
Potk if
theme
anyone wants to
and
join me.
turning it more into an actual theme park. And that's ultimately it was a victim of its own success. And so that's kind of where it led to all these closures that we had. Now, there were definitely some different icons for this park. And one of them, when I was growing up, and this might be controversial, was the Mickey Sorcerer hat, which used to be right here where we're standing right here. A giant hat used to be right here. And I mean, I love Sorcerer Mickey, so just that alone meant a lot. But I mean, the main reason was there was rumors that they had to hide the Chinese theater facade for whatever reason, and I don't think that's necessarily been proven true. But that was part of the thing, was why they did what they did to kind of hide or take a lot of the limelight away from the Chinese theater. Another very big icon for this park was the Earful Tower. It was a giant water tower with Mickey ears on it. And for the holidays, they would put a Christmas hat on it for Christmas, Santa hat. they changed it a couple times. They repainted it one time for the 101 Dalmatians premiere. They put a bunch of like Dalmatian spots on it. The Year of a Million Dreams, they turned it into like a sky blue with like a bunch of stars on it. They did a lot of really interesting things with the Eiffel Tower, and like that old version of Disney, I really do miss that. And while we're up here in front of the Chinese theater, there's two things that I have to mention. I mean, obviously the first one being the Great Movie Ride, which was an attraction from opening day. One of the, I believe, only 3 or 4 attractions in the park on opening day. And that was just a step into the movies and the live, the cast members being a part of the attraction, all that stuff just made this such a whimsical
Guest Kyle 1118. Someone edit the props page on the spreadsheet if you have access.
Disney is just lacking so much today. I mean, we talked about it earlier, the difference from, Horizons to, Mission Space. I hate to say it, but I think Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is
Guest Kyle 1118. How long is PPF?
The soul of the park, which was the Great Movie Ride, and replaced it with something very mediocre, in my opinion. I think it's just such a disservice to the Mickey and Minnie characters. And I think context
Club 33, Skinny Pancake 25, about 2 minutes.
Town in Disneyland with the queue and where it was placed. I mean, that was a brand new expansion area. That wasn't replacing something in Disneyland.
Guest Kyle 1118. Oh, thank goodness.
And I actually enjoy that attraction. And so I think that's kind of what
Guest
the point of
Kyle
this is.
1118. Disney rides are ridiculously long.
It's what it replaced. And I don't think Disney, whether they had the forethought or not, but this attraction will always be put up against the Great Movie Ride, and it will never be the Great Movie Ride. Never. I don't care what upgrades or refurbishments they do to this attraction over the next 20 years. It will never be the Great Movie Ride. And that's the reality. That's the truth. And, they could try and make something work in this area, which I hope it does. I wanted to like this attraction. It just did not. It feels so soulless compared to what used to be there before it. So I think that's enough for this area. We're going to head to more of... Actually, you know what? Before I go back there, there used to be a parade here.
Right-click your Get a Map to open it.
It was intended for every day they would have a new movie star put their handprints in the cement here at the front of the park, and there's a bunch of actors, signature and handprints and feet, and Jim Henson and Kermit, like all those famous people are in here.
This area features authentic park audio to enhance your experience. Connect by typing audio.
It ended up evolving into a full-time parade, which was the Stars and Motocars parade. And again, it had all of these like cool like Cadillacs for Star Wars, Muppets, the villains, all of the characters you were going to see throughout the day. It all culminated as one in this parade. And I think that's what those parades do a great job, other than crowd control and crowd, movement. That was a really incredible parade that really brought home everything about the studio's theming in that soundtrack. I mean, the way they said in the lyrics, like, hooray for the movies. I mean, I like get goosebumps when I hear that. It was just such a fantastic song and really inspiring. And, unfortunately, one of those things that got replaced and nothing kind of went in its place. They just replaced that parade and it never came back. And we probably won't see another parade in Disney's Hollywood Studios, at least not anytime soon. So with that, let's head over this way. And that is to an area that is a very sore topic for me still. It's very much a fresh wound. And that is the closure of Muppet Vision 3D and the Muppet Courtyard. this one hurts more than anything, and I knew it was gonna eventually have its inevitable downfall, but the limb for limb, like closing its soul over the years, really made it rough.
Plus,
I
welcome
can
back,
remember going
Frado
back the first time
29.
we went back there. They had the giant, mural from the Muppet movie on the side of the building, the original signage. The queue used to go all the way back this way. And there was a giant like monster that was in there. There was all the posters. They redid the posters, which was fun. There was the giant ice cream cones that were melting in different phases along here. All of that got removed.
AP.itz dogs bye for now, guys.
When they removed
Thanks for
the
visiting.
hot air
.itz
balloon,
dogs.
that was a massive, massive loss. And this area never felt the same after that. But then there would be good things. Like they would add Pizza Rizzo, and they had the quick service pizza restaurant. The Gonzo's Royal Flush bathrooms. Like there were things that gave you hope.
Guest,
Oh, they
Kyle
do care, they do
1118.
care.
Hi, James.
And it just didn't happen. And obviously today,
AP Jamasock 100. Guest, DT67 made using barrier blocks on Doof's parkour tower is ridiculous when some out IQs the jump puzzle, ha 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 ha.
in this area, it was a recreation of the Happiness Hotel and things along those lines, and all that slowly and slowly got stripped away, more and more and more, and it got to the point where by the time it closed, I mean, like I said, there used to be a giant Kermit and Miss Piggy mural right here, on the back portion right here, because remember, this used to be open to the public back in the day. There used to be a giant Miss Piggy neon sign that said the biggest star in this movie, or something like that, and then making a joke like, in order to pay for her ability in the show, we had to put this
Guest,
in here.
Kyle 1118. I dislike having the plus. Welcome back, Black Belt Medic 5.
You stepped into the Muppets world, and I mean, I didn't even get into the film yet, but I mean, this was Jim Henson's last work, and I don't think a lot of people, including myself, will ever fully forgive Disney for what they did to this attraction. And I really hope they put something as some sort of acknowledgement of Muppet Vision in the parks, but I'm not super hopeful of that, to be honest. But we'll hope for the best, but this attraction hurt more than the other ones were.
Plus, this area features authentic park audio to enhance your experience. Connect by typing
I
audio.
even thought about going back to Disney, maybe even this year. I haven't been back since 2023, 2024. And to be honest, with all the changes, I really haven't had much interest in going back. And losing Muppet Vision really was a tough one for me. Now, it's also interesting, there used to be a bunch of facades here for the streets of America. And that
Thanks for visiting Frado 29.
all the way into what is now Star Wars land. But that area used to be where they would film, like, street, right? They would have street performances, and at the end of this here, you had a giant recreation of the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building, which is pretty cool. They used to have before this was the Baseline Tap House, they had a really good, almost like a quick coffee shop. I forgot the name of it, but there used to be a great coffee shop in there. And you guys could let me know down below if I forgot the name of it. I don't remember what it was called, but it's going to bug me though. So moving on to this area. Oh, and I will, just a quick mention, because there's not really anywhere for us to look at it.
Guest,
But
Kyle
Honey Shrunk
1118.
Audience
What a
and that
bugger.
really, really good addition. I miss that one too, with the giant blades of grass and the sniffing dog and the Oreo and the roll of film slide. Those were the days. Those were the days in Disney's MGM studios. Alright, so continuing along, I'm going to look into Animation Courtyard real quick, because this area used to be the original Playhouse Disney, and it also used
Plus,
to be a
welcome
restaurant.
back. AP Jamasock 123. What is that wand?
There
Guest.
used to be a
Kyle
bar above here.
1118
You can still see
NASA.
the catwalks today. There used to be the catwalk bar, which used to be at the top of that building. The original Journey of the Little Mermaid, and Here Come the Muppets. The first Muppet attraction in Walt Disney World wasn't Muppet Vision 3D.
Plus,
Actually,
welcome back.
in this
Fireball
building here,
71.
the Muppets had their first permanent
Guest.
attraction.
Kyle
They were in other,
1118 dual
shows
wand.
like Pretty Woman
Guest.
and the
DT67. You even earn any money for doing this parkour?
attraction, and obviously once Muppet Vision 3D opened, they took that out.
Thanks for visiting.
Little Mermaid,
Logan
and
GT2.
that used to be a Muppet attraction. And then over here, the magic of Disney animation, which is returning.
AP
in some
Jamasock
form.
123.
I'm
Which
excited for
shop?
that, but that was another big loss. Losing that attraction, the original
Imagineer.
version, again, was
NASA. You
another-
do not earn
it was
park
another
points,
gut
but you do
punch
earn a
for
title.
Disney Hollywood Studios. And it just really, again, another thing that was taking from the soul of what this park was and what it was meant to be. And this
Guest.
entire
DT67. Waste of
backstage
time.
studio tour started here, and you would get on the tram from here, and you would tour the entire area, what is now Star Wars and Toy Story Land, right from this entrance, right here. And you would go on like a 4 to 7 hour tour. It was some crazy length. They had like a food rest stop because it was so long. Bathrooms, so you could go to the bathroom during the attraction. It was crazy. This was
Plus,
a
welcome
massive,
back.
massive
Thrash Maniac
attraction,
YT.
and was what was the identity of this park.
Guest. Kyle 1118. I'm heading to MK. That one likes me better.
And the original studio backlot and all of that stuff. You know, I definitely had to mention that here. And while we start to move in this area, I
Guest.
figured I'd mention something that
DT67. Need more of an incentive than a title when it takes longer than plants to complete. Ahaha.
The Streetmosphere. They had people that were, you know, they were trying to make it big in Hollywood, and they were these street actors that would interact with you, and directors that were seeing if you had what it took to be in a Hollywood movie. All that stuff got cut during the pandemic.
Club
And it's
33.
never
Stellar
returned.
K. I'll take the
It's one thing
bragging
I think
rights.
Disney could fix
Club
tomorrow.
33. Stellar K.
Obviously,
bragging
you know,
LOL.
That would be a major thing. Is bring back the Streetmosphere. That was a major loss for Hollywood studios. And again, another thing that just kind of took away from the identity of this park. A real, you know, making you feel immersed in that land. Losing this area and losing that Streetmosphere really hurt this area a lot. And now you could also, I guess, make the argument about
Guest.
you know,
DT67. I'm dying. Ha 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 ha.
you know, now the Muppets have taken residence in there. That was another decent loss. Not
AP
huge for me,
Jamasock
but
123. Which shop did you? This area features authentic park audio to enhance your experience. Connect by Club
they used to have
33.
a Cars
Black Belt Medic
show
5
where
Ollivanders.
Villains Ever After is now, which was also kind of interesting. That used to be at the Sunset Showcase back here. But I could go on for hours. I could probably do an entire video about just
Guest.
what we missed
Kyle
about Disney
1118. I got the new ones from
There's
Ollivanders.
so much to this park, and
Guest.
it really-
Kyle
it meant a lot
1118. I
to
got the
people.
Disney
It was such
Channel
a
one from
different
Warp
park
TFN.
than Magic Kingdom. It was so
Guest.
different than Epcot.
DT67.
It
Not
really
genuinely a
wasn't
title isn't enough. Ahaha.
And unfortunately, the vision really didn't turn out the way that the Disney company had kind of hoped. But it was a fantastic attraction.
AP Jamasock 123. What the red one and the
They
purple
also had
one?
the fireworks show, which was Sorcery in the Sky. That was another really great fireworks show, and they had a giant inflatable Mickey, Sorcerer
Guest.
Mickey.
Kyle 1118. It's the
Really
same
good
wand. It
stuff.
changes colors after each use.
And I guess that means it's time for us to round third and head to Disney's Animal
9. The
Kingdom
Diamond
is-
Lion Mix Magic.
Kingdom
9
had its
servers.
fair
9
share
parks
of
in WD.
attractions that
9
closed.
attractions in Disney's Animal Kingdom.
So I
Use
guess we'll
mouse
head
cursor
over
or
to that
tab button to
direction.
select element.
If I could find the Tree of Life. Just
Traveling to
at the top of
Bug
the
in
book.
Walt Disney World Resort. Thanks for visiting. Black Belt Medic 5. Thanks for visiting NASA Infinity.
Alright, so let us head to Animal Kingdom. So here we are. And Animal Kingdom is a beast of its own, right? So losing It's Tough to Be a Bug obviously was an attraction that was a pretty cool attraction. I mean, am I upset that they closed it? Yeah. But like, am I devastated? And, you know, is Zootopia that much worse of an attraction? Not really. I think Bug's Life was better for me when
Guest.
I
Kyle
was older because it was a little more
1118
thrilling,
YAY.
right? The
Guest.
things
Kyle
poking you.
1118
I
got the
kind of
sword.
enjoyed that version of the attraction as I grew older. But like I said, for the kids, I get why they did what they did with adding Zootopia. But like I said,
Plus,
in my opinion,
welcome back,
that was a downgrade.
Splemsby.
Moving on to kind of an interesting
Guest.
thing
Kyle
was the
1118
used to be here,
Splam.
which was the Jammin' Jungle Parade. And what's interesting about that
AP Jamasock 100 plus. Welcome back, Biddle. AP Jamasock 123
They
Splam.
talked about how with the new
AP
Pandora
Jamasock
expansion
123
in the
Biddle.
2010s, it basically took away Disney's ability to have a parade in Animal Kingdom, as they had no way of kind of making a loop.
Guest. Parks
to make
Experience
that parade
Splem James
actually work
Biddle.
anymore. So they ended up retiring the parade and never having anything return. Now, kind of the replacement to it in terms of entertainment was the Rivers of Light, which was a nighttime show, and this is around the time Pandora opened, and they wanted to have a nighttime experience, which was the Rivers of Light show. And the show didn't end up doing too well, and it ended up closing before we even got to the pandemic of 2020. So that area really did not last all that
AP
long.
Jamasock 123
It was
can
one of
find
those
the
things
dual
that,
wand.
You know, Disney was trying to experiment with different
AP
things.
Jamasock
The operations
123
of
can't.
Animal Kingdom were slowed down a lot because of the parade, as there's only so many ways in and out of Animal Kingdom, so many paths that, you know, the paths
Guest.
weren't really
Kai
meant to
Club
have
33.
the parade to
Stellar
begin
KO
with,
at
and then,
TFNDC.
you know, it really blocked and
Guest.
congested things
Kyle
when the parade was coming
1118
through.
I was JS
No way to
calling it
really
that
access
LOL.
around it. And those were just some of the reasons that ended up closing.
Club 33.
So we're
Guest.
gonna head
Kyle
to
1001.
Dinosaur
9 The
because
Diamond Lion Mix. 9
Dinosaur
servers. 9
is a
parks in
huge
W.
part of
9
what we're gonna
attractions
talk
in
about
Disney's
here
Animal
today.
Kingdom. Use mouse cursor or tab button. Club
Again,
33.
this was
Traveling
another
to
big one,
Dinosaur in
losing
Walt
Dinosaur
Disney World Resort.
and
This
Countdown to
area features
Extinction.
authentic park audio
Was a
to
great
enhance your
attraction.
experience. Connect
And
by typing audio.
it's definitely weird not having it anymore, but it makes
AP
sense why they
Jamasock
did it.
123 Where to get
Doesn't mean
that
I
form
forgive them
stellar.
for it, but I do understand it. But this area had a animatronic called Lucky the Dinosaur, which was completely remote controlled. It was a dinosaur carrying a wagon, which was part of the mechanic of making it work. But that was a really interesting use of the character living initiative. I'm glad they did that. It was something really interesting and unique. Lucky the Dinosaur roamed around for a
Imagineer.
couple
Meme
years. He went
Splam.
overseas, I think, at one point to Tokyo or
Parks
Hong Kong.
Experience
He went to Hong
Splam.
Kong
D.
for a little bit before he was ultimately retired. And that's why he got on this list of things we miss. Obviously, losing Chester and Hester's Dinorama, another one that a lot of people probably are like good riddance and didn't really care to lose it. but it was an
AP
interesting
Jamasock
area, to say the
123
least.
Where to buy the
Definitely
Disney Channel
different.
wand.
And in that sense, I did like this area, but I definitely get why people are like, this is not different than a local carny that I go to, and not really being immersed in that. And in that sense, I do get that. And that means to close out today, and you got the Boneyard too.
Parks Experience Splem I got mine at Warp TFNDCN. 4 plus. Welcome back. Veal DVC. 9 The Diamond Lion Mix Magic Band. 9 servers. 9 parks in WDW. 9 guest. Kyle 1108. Traveling to EE in Walt Disney World Resort.
The reason for that is for two things. The one is the bird that's at the top of the attraction. It is actually running again.
DVC Fireball 71. When was the first TFN?
Version. You could see that little bird at the top of the hill. But really the bigger thing is losing the Yeti animatronic, as he no longer swings his arm out to the car. He is just on Disco Yeti mode. He has a flashing light. It's a strobe light on him to give the impression that he's moving, and that's it. And the only way Disney is ever going to get that back is if they basically tear the whole building down from down to the studs and rebuild the structure for where the Yeti sits to be build a foundation that won't crack like it did this time. I know the foundation cracked below the Yeti, which is why it caused the Yeti to no longer swing. That is the reason that the
AP
Yeti doesn't
Jamasock 123 Splem Warp TFNDCN does not work.
You know, this is an area that I think is going to see some
Parks
change over the next
Experience
couple
Splem. Oh
years,
dang, it's not
in the sense that
Thursday.
I think they should and will add a Jungle Book attraction. Maybe if it's something like along the lines of
Club 33. Skinny Pancake 25 James. It is Warp TFNDC.
an updated Jungle Cruise, but like a full-on dark ride Jungle Cruise, but it is a
Parks
trackless
Experience Splem Wrong Warp SM8.
That could be
AP
a
Jamasock
really
123 tie.
thing for Disney to kind of work with. And you know, I kind of look at like if they were to add like a flume type ride, right? Like if in the Lion King, if they made that a flume attraction, they copied the one from Paris and brought it here, I would be fine with that. But if they didn't do that and they made Lion King a dark ride, I would love to see this attraction as a flume ride. And just kind of this area would be kind of an extension of Africa, of India, and that way they could add that Jungle Book attraction. But yeah, this area with the loss of Dinosaur, the original area that was in Pandora, World of Avatar, it used to be Camp Mini Mickey. There used to be a stage show, Tarzan Rocks, Pocahontas, and the original outside theater of The Lion King used to be in that location. And it ultimately got moved to Africa. It made a lot of sense. It worked with the new direction Disney was going in, putting Pandora in, and kind of led us to where things ultimately went in.
Thanks for visiting. Fireball
Kind of
71.
in a state of flux yet again. It seems like the direction and was right back in the day when Pandora opened and everything was kind of going well, but it seems like Animal Kingdom, it constantly runs into this issue where it just feels like there isn't enough to do. And you know, adding Encanto is going to help. Adding that carousel, it's kind of going to just replace Triceratops Spin. They need to add more things to do to Animal Kingdom. I talk about that a lot on the channel, but I think that's why, like, as much as there's things to miss, I think people just want to see new and expansion to this incredible park. I mean, this is the largest footprint park of all of the 4 Walt Disney World parks, and it seems like it has the least attractions, and in that vein also has the least amount of identity in it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. What do you guys think of Disney's Animal Kingdom? What do you think of this entire episode? Hopefully you guys liked it. You want to see more of it in the future. Like I said, let me know down below, and if there's anything that I missed, because there's been a lot of things to happen in Walt Disney World. I mean, the Swan boats, the Discovery River boats that used to be in the water here. I mean, just so many different things that are no longer at Disney that, used to be. Some of them not all that long ago. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.
Game menu. Use mouse cursor or tab button to select element. Disconnect button. Screen element 7 out of 7.